the third episode of the Lord of the Momos cast. I really hope you are enjoying the episode so far. Please let me know your opinion on what you think about them. Also, please let me know what we should discuss. If you would like to be a guest, please let me know. You're more than welcome. Tonight, it's going to be a very special show. It's going to be a 420 show. However, it's not going to be your typical 420 show. I'm going to interview a couple people. One of the formats that I want to do is do an interview one episode, or interviews only one episode, and then go ahead and do what I would say talking about myself only on the podcast, so that you guys can learn a little bit more about myself. Now, let's go ahead and get to it. I want to thank everybody who participated in the polls, as well as Art Night. It really encourages me to continue doing that. So let me go ahead and get started. Welcome to the 420 episode that will definitely be nothing like you expected. We'll do the first half, basic questions about what people think about 420 and what it means to them. And then the next half, I have a one-on-one interview with a very special person, someone whom I respect very much and has gone through a lot. So hopefully you see how polarized this episode is, and give me your opinion. For the next 30 minutes, it's just you, me, and my interviewees. I'll talk to you right now.
Man. Some weird ass people.
So, Jay, I wanted to ask you a question real quick. So, what do you think about 420?
What do I think about 420?
Yeah.
I think that 420 is just another day, because if you're truly a stoner, then you get high every day. So why do I have to wait for a special day to get high?
That's very true. That's very true. All right.
I mean, I understand that it's a national holiday nowadays, especially in the more weed populated areas. But come on, man. I smoke weed every day, so I'm not gonna be like, oh, 420, I'm gonna get fucking baked. No, I've been baked since yesterday and the day before.
All right, awesome. Thank you very much. Okay, hey Tony. So should weed be legalized across the nation?
This is something I've always.
Hey Tony. So should weed be legalized?
I mean, it came from Earth. Why not? Why would it be illegal? Why is alcohol illegal and weed isn't?
Exactly, and actually, alcohol is man-made with chemicals and things like that can fuck you up.
Alcohol every day, like car crashes or liver failure. When have you heard of weed? Any patients dying of weed?
I agree. All right, thank you for your answer. Hey Kevin, so if you were to choose between an edible and a dab for the rest of your life, which one would you choose?
Personally, fuck dabs. But edibles are gonna fucking kill me. Either one's gonna kill me. But I'd rather take edibles because it's healthier for one. Two, I hate the high from dabs because it fucking knocks you out, and I can't even talk after that shit. Edibles, yeah, I'll trip, but I'd rather trip than not be able to talk and have a conversation with people.
Plus, I feel with an edible, you can kind of measure how much you're taking in, rather than guessing.
Yes, exactly. If I was dabbed out right now, I wouldn't be able to talk to you right now. Off an edible, I'd kind of be able to talk to you.
All right, can you play this out real quick?
That batch is mine.
All right.
And then this shit ended up having so I bought this package. Brad?
Kevin, everybody. All right, so Junior, what do you think about 420 in the world?
In the world?
Yeah, meaning should it be legalized just in the United States, or should it be a global movement?
Honestly, I believe it's up to the community, the little community residing wherever you want to legalize it, because honestly it's all about what the people want. So if say Texas all of a sudden wants to legalize it too, or what's another really southern state like Louisiana,
Alabama, Louisiana.
Yeah, any of those, if a county from there wants to legalize it, I think that should be okay. I don't think that should be a problem. It's just up to the community around there.
Now, what do you think is the youngest age someone should try marijuana?
18.
18. Okay. Were you 18 when you tried it or younger?
Younger.
Okay. Now, what motivated you to try it younger?
It was honestly because the fact that I saw there were a lot of medicinal properties to it. Like along the fact that, you know, you also get a nice little cool buzz. So that's what kind of, you know, I chased that. But it was also the fact that every time that I would smoke, I would get elevated in my like thoughts, my creativeness, and I would tone and tap into that, and that's pretty much where, you know, I get a lot of inspiration from. So
I agree. Yeah. I think at some point when I tried it before 18 as well, first it was a little bit of I want to experiment something new, but then you kind of see what it truly is, and it's something from the earth. So thank you so much, Junior.
you're welcome, Gabriel.
The next half of this episode is 2 interviews. One with Jesse, who is a recovering alcoholic, and Chef T, who is a chef, as you might have expected, but also he puts it in a really good perspective about his experience or his family's experience with cannabis use. So sorry about the redundancy on the introduction of the second part, but this episode was recorded at different times. Enjoy. Welcome to yet another installment of Lord of the Momos. Coming to you live with a interview, very rare, on a person very dear to me, Jesse Gomez here. Very dear to me, as I know him for a very long time, and he's been very, very kind to offer his time live in person with me. We even got live music going on, and Mr. Gomez here. Once again, I want to thank you for your time. I really appreciate it. We don't see each other that often, but when we do, it's definitely a pleasure. So, how are you tonight, Jesse?
I'm doing good, Gabriel. Thanks for having me here, and thank you for letting me be on your podcast. I'm doing terrific.
Yeah. No, thank you once again. I know it was very impromptu, out of nowhere, but I'm glad that you decided to answer a couple questions. As a lot of my followers know, very simple format, 5 questions to the point. Are you ready?
Yes.
There we go. Yeah, sounds like you're ready. So let's get to it. One of the first questions that I wanted to get to. How was your day today, Jesse?
It was very productive. Did not work last night. I slept in, did my laundry, I cleaned my apartment a little, and I made 2 meals. Maybe my breakfast and maybe my dinner. Then I went to a certain meeting.
Nice. That sounds like a very productive day, man. Especially for a Friday. I'm very happy that you had a productive day. Not a lot of people have a productive day. Sometimes, you know, it's just a lazy or whatever day. Now, segue here. One of the things that you mentioned here was you went to a meeting. You go to a lot of special meetings here. Special meetings, I call them special because not a lot of people get the courage to go to those. What kind of meetings do you go to, Jesse?
I go to Alcoholics Anonymous.
Okay. And that takes a lot of courage, man. Not a lot of people take the myself included, the courage to do something like that and acknowledge their problems. What would be one of the hardest things in your AA experience that you had to see, and maybe not your personal experience, maybe you saw from someone, or maybe that something that just made you realize I'm in the right place?
Is this one of your first questions, or is this just a...
Yeah, it's one of the questions, yeah.
Okay. It's when I realized that I'm an asshole. When I went to my meetings, I was an asshole. I found out I was an asshole because I drank.
Yeah, I can definitely agree. There's a point where I became someone that I'm not. I become someone that I'm not, actually, because I'm still, you see me with a drink by my side, but at least learning your limit, or at least learning where where you shouldn't start or stop, or where you should stop, I think is the right thing. So acknowledging that, yeah, like you said, you're an asshole, acknowledging that I'm an asshole as well, it's one of those things that makes you growth. And me personally, seeing you growth, and I don't think you're an asshole, but you know what, I'm not inside your head, I'm not inside your thoughts, so we all think it different of each other. So thank you for that, Jesse. Now, I know that you work in the service industry, food for less.
Yeah, I love using that. The bar
Funniest story that you've ever encountered there? Funniest thing that ever happened at Food for Less?
When I see the gypsies come to the store and they're trying to buy a Hennessy with their EBT card, then they cuss us out because we tell them we can't buy alcohol with your EBT card.
Wow. So, not even try and go for a Bud Light, but they're going for all out a Hennessy. Wow. Only in California, right? Yeah. Only in California. Well, Jesse, want to thank you for your time. Very valuable. I want to ask you one last question here before we go. Bucket list. What is either your number one or your bottom of the list on your bucket list? You can tell me both or either one.
I was drinking and I felt something hit my lip.
I want to have sex with 5 girls at one time.
I won't ask you if that's at the bottom or at the top, but thank you so much once again, Jesse. We'll just leave that up. I did, but
It's on the top, it's not on the bottom.
oh, there you go, the top of his list.
Because that was on the bottom, that means I have a huge list.
That's all you need, especially if you have a bucket list. You have a lot of things to do in your lifetime. So, P.S.
Also part of my bucket list is to die sober.
So far, you know what? I don't hope you die anytime soon, but so far, the way that I see you, you're going there. And another handshake. I gotta thank you so much once again, Jesse. Jesse Gomez here. Jesse Gomez here is one of the closest people that I know here. Someone who I've grown to trust due to his ability to stick with this program, and I really appreciate his time here.
So, what do I get my check?
You're gonna have to talk to HR. All right, so Chef T, thank you so much for your time. I'm experimenting with Anchor and trying different people to ask different questions. So, so far, I know the 420 was yesterday. A lot of people excited about it. But what has been your experience with cannabis?
So my only experience with cannabis, honestly, was when my mom was fighting cancer about 3 years ago. She's passed already, but when she was fighting triple negative breast cancer, I was looking for other healthy alternative options where I can, help treat her in terms of just, through the whole process of dealing with this particular cancer. I want a healthier side. I'm a cancer survivor myself. So as the cannabis scene becomes more mainstream, I'm constantly researching and learning more about what the benefits of cannabinoids could be for the body and stuff like that in terms of balancing the whole and balancing the entire body and stuff.
Wow, that is very, very inspiring. I mean, unfortunately, your mother had to deal with it. You had to deal as well. But I'm glad to hear that it has worked out for you at the moment. Now, if someone was out there looking for cannabis products or just tools in general for them to maybe go the same route that you went to battle your cancer. Of course, I would definitely recommend someone consult with a doctor first. But what do you think was something that helped you through those moments?
Well, when I went through my cancer treatment, I didn't have the opportunity to use any cannabis products.
Okay.
It's just it was only specifically around 3 years ago when I started to dabber in that type of feel and trying to learn a little bit more about cannabis and the benefits of what cannabis has to offer the body. I know I believe it was sometime in the mid 90s there was a professor or a scientist that discovered that we have cannabinoids throughout our bodies, and that this particular plant, besides THC is just one of the cannabinoids. There's so many